Common belief you talked about that people come with is that they can be happy. And when they talk about their own happiness, you know, what's the key to happiness? What's the key to happiness in marriage? The statement that I say often, I got from another text, is divine impossibility to satisfy the human ego. So the human love of self and love of the world cannot be gratified because it wants to be the center of the universe. It really wants God's position. It wants everyone to honor it, to agree with it, you know, love, honor, reputation, and gain. So unless you make that division that there is an ego within us that holds us as independent and that thinks its job is to seek pleasure and avoid pain for this individual thing I might call Peter, if I think that's all there is, then my job is to seek my pleasure and avoid my pain, which puts me against others who are seeking their pleasure, avoiding their pain. They may want the same job I have. They might want the corner office that I want. They might want the car or my wife or whatever it is. So that's what, to me, all doctrine, all religions, whether it's Buddhism, whether it's Hinduism, whether it's Swedenborg, is to let you know that there's a spirit that can start to be activated in you, which is from the divine, rather than just your human experience. So you can become a spiritual love of God, a love of the neighbor, active within you. In order to do that, you have to start to recognize that your best thinking is about yourself. It's self-centered. So when you consult your own prudence, Swedenborg says it's consulting one's own prudence is hell, because it's insane. And the insanity is that I need to be happy, and other people interfere with my happiness. And if they would change, then I would be happy. But the spiritual world is within you, comprised of thoughts and feelings, and if it's coming from, or love of self is producing those thoughts, and that's the affections you're feeling and trying to gratify, you're going to fail. And it's in the system. It's designed to fail. That's why it says, Swedenborg says, you have to reach despair. Because we try and make ourselves happy. You know, the most money, most education, win the gold medal at the Olympics, then we'll be happy. And we find that happiness is very short-lived and ultimately is insatiable. So we finally get to the point, you know, let's say you've made enough money, you have a beautiful wife, you have the kids, and you find there's an emptiness in you. What they say in a 12-step program, standing on a corner with a hole in your gut with the wind blowing through this. And you try with food, you try with maybe gambling or sex or something to fill that empty spot. The empty spot is really, you know, what we call the divine. Some people call Jesus being born within you, or the spirit, or the higher power, whatever it is. We're created to rejoin that because our very life is from God. So that conjunction of the human and the divine, returning to the source of our life and really experiencing God's life within us, that's what brings about happiness. So we reach despair. We try to make happiness and all those other things. And then we start asking the questions, you know, what am I really here for? What's life really about? People who have not succeeded in getting the external things can remain in that, oh, if I got a couple $1 million, I really would be happy. But people who've made some money, or have friends who have the $1 million, have the perfect life, and see that, no. And, you know,